I hope that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on nouns. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 2. All right. So we are doing the chapter of nouns. So our chapter is nouns. Our subject is English language arts, grade 2, and the lessons that we are focusing on today under the chapter of nouns is to select the noun and which word is a noun. So that is going to be our lessons for today. All right, so a noun, right? A noun, it names a person. A noun, it names an animal, a place, as well as things, right? So those are nouns. It names a person, names an animal, place, or thing. So some of the nouns, it names a person, right? Can't see my screen. Let me just double check. Can you see my screen now? I can see my screen when I go onto the live. Can you see my screen now? Yeah, please refresh because um I opened the live and I can see the screen. All right. Just let me know once you can see the screen, eh? All right. So we see the noun, it names a person, it names an animal, a place, or it names a thing. And some of the nouns, it names a person, right? Like we said, it names a person. And examples of nouns, right? It can either be where we say girl or where we say boy. So it's like saying girl or saying boy. It's like naming a person. All right, I'm glad you can see now. So, a noun names a person, and an example is where we either say it can be a girl or it can be a boy, right? So, when we identify nouns, we can identify them as boys, we can identify them as girls, for example. Then, some of the nouns they name an animal. Some of the nouns names an animal, right? And when we name an animal, we can either say it's a dog, we can say it's a cat, a lion, right? It can be any animal that is being named. Then we have some of the nouns that names places, right? And examples of the places, right, are maybe saying we're going to the park or we're going to the zoo, right? Those are names of places. All right. So we have nouns that names a person, and we made an example of a girl or boy. Then we have nouns that names an animal, right? And we made mention of animals, like for example, a dog and a cat and a lion. Then we have some of the nouns that names places. Places like for example, we can maybe say a park. We're going to the park. We're going to the zoo. We're going to school, right? Those are places. Then some of the nouns to name things, right? And if they name things, it can be things like I'm playing with my cars or with my dolls, or I'm wearing my favorite hat or my favorite jacket, for example. So those are things, right? And we said nouns, it names a person, it names an animal, it names a place, or it names a thing. And we made examples of a person where we said it can either be a girl or it can be a boy, right? Animals, like a dog or a cat or a lion, and more. Names of places can be like the park or the zoo or the school. Right? So those are nouns. And with nouns, right, these are basically just general things that is being named. So these are general things that is being named. For example, like we say either girl or boy. It's just general, right? But then also with nouns, we can, for example, give somebody's name. Like a girl, we can give a name. The boy, we can give a name, right? So we even have names of animals, right? Where we can name our animals. Like, for example, my dog's name is Cinnamon, right? The park, we can even name the park, can name the zoo, we can name the school, right? And then things are basically straightforward. But just so that you know, a noun, it names a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Right? So that is basically our lessons. Not even our lessons. That is basically just a brief intro of what a noun is. The rest we're going to do on aplusstudents.ca. So the rest we're going to do on aplusstudents.ca. All right, so now we're going to aplusstudents.ca. We said our chapter is nouns, so we're going to the first lesson, which is to select the nouns. All right, so we said nouns, a noun names a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. And we said some nouns, it names a person, and we made an example even of a girl, and we made an example of a boy. So it also names an animal, right? For example, we have a duck, we have a cat, we have a dog, we have a lion, for example, right? It names animals. And then also some of the nouns, it names places. And we said places can be either the park, or it can be the zoo. And then we also have some things, right? Like a hat or a train. It's basically just general things, right? And that is basically what noun does. It names people, places, animals, or things. All right. So now it says, yeah, they say we need to find one noun, however, the nouns are not given, right? All right. So if we look at an example, right, we can say the dog is a noun. So noun is a dog and it names an animal, right? So that is probably like just selecting certain random nouns. Let me check. Blurry. Um, I don't know how to get it not to be blur. And now is it still blur? Is it still blurry? Because I don't know how to get it off from it being blurry. That's the only way I can have it. Right? So we are going to basically find the nouns, but we're going to our test. Right? And remember we said a noun names a person, names a place, it names an animal, or it names a thing. Right? Those are nouns. So now we need to find one noun within these random words. Is a dog sometimes almost? We need to find one noun. Is a dog sometimes or almost? All right, and if we select the noun, remember we need to select the noun. Is our noun a dog? Is it sometimes or is it almost? And remember we said a noun, it names a person, an animal, a place, or thing. I really don't know how to get it off from it being blurry. Is it blurry for the others also? Guys, is it blurry for you also? All right, so we can say if we were to find our noun, remember we said a noun that names either a person, an animal, place, or thing. So we will go to a dog, right? And a dog, it names an animal. So it names an animal. Then we need to find the one noun that says a noun names a person, animal, place, or thing. So if we find the one noun, is it so, money, or off? So, money, off. We need to select the noun. And remember, we said a noun, it names a person, it names a place, it names an animal, and it names a thing. All right, so if we select our noun, we're going to select money, right, as a thing. So well done. Money is correct. Money is that thing, right? So money is a thing, or it's things. All right, thank you. We need to find another one, right? Another noun. And it says, remember, a noun, it either names a person, it names a place, names an animal, or it names a thing. Is it from, very, or friend? We need to select the noun. Is it from, very, or friend? We need to select the noun. Yes, money is correct. And now, if we look at the next one, right, it says we need to name a person, animal, place, or thing. We have words like from, very, or friend. We need to select the noun. All right, and if we select our noun, then we can say it is friend because friend, it names a person, right? Remember your friend, whether it's a male friend or it's a female friend, like a boy, as in a boy being your friend or a girl being your friend, right? Then it names a person. And yes, well done. Friend is correct. So friend is correct. Well done. Then we need to find one noun, right? We need to find one noun. And we see the noun, it names a person, animal, place, or thing. So it's cup, it's very, and it's again. Cup, very, again. All right. And if we select that one noun, right? And then it will be a cup. All right. And a cup is correct. All right. So we said that nouns, it names an animal, it names a person, names a place, or it names a thing, right? Now we're going to the next one. We need to select the noun. Is it why? Is it room? Is it with? We need to select our noun. And if we select our noun, we're going to say it is room, right? And room is correct. Now we're going on to which word is a noun. We are now going to say which word is a noun. And once again, we say the noun can either be an animal, it can name a person, it can name a place, or it can name a thing. That is a noun, right? All right. So now we're going to say which one is a noun. It says, remember we said a noun, it names a person, a place, a thing, as well as an animal, right? So a noun, we said is it names a person, place, or thing. And if we look at the word, for example, naming people, say a noun that names people. You said some nouns names people, and more examples of nouns that names people are words like woman, friend, or teacher. Then some of the nouns, it names places, right? It names places. And the places that it names are, like, maybe we can say town instead of saying the name of the town. The library, we're going to the park for picnic. And some of the nouns, it names things, right? Things like bicycle. Right? So we said these are words that names either, it's nouns that either names people or places or things, right? So now, if we look at this sentence, it says the boy, we need to say if the word is a noun, if the word in bold is a noun. So the boys will race home after school today. Is the word in bold a noun? After. All right, so we will say the boys will race home after school. So is that word in bold a noun? Nope, it is not a noun. Right? So no, it is not a noun. After is not a noun. Right? And if we want to select the nouns, we can either say boys can be a noun, even school can be a noun. Right? Now we need to say if the word in bold is a noun. It says the officer helped us cross the busy roads. So the officer helped us cross the busy road. All right, so if we look at the word busy, right? The officer helped us cross the busy road. So busy is being identified as a noun. So nope, busy is not a noun, right? It is not a noun. So the officer helped us cross the busy road. All right. So we see that busy is not a noun, right? And even if we were to identify the noun, we can maybe say it is officer, right? Even road can be our noun. All right, now we're going to our test, right? We are going to say which word is a noun. So we are going to look at the sentence and then we are going to say if the noun's in bold, right, is either a noun or not. So you're going to say yes for it is or no, it is not. So we say the boys will race home after school today. So if we look at this word after, right? So we need to ask, they're asking, is this a noun? Do you think that after is a noun or not a noun? Remember, a noun, it names a person, a place, animal, or a thing. All right, so if we see after, after is not a noun. So we say no. All right, well done. So no, it is not a noun. Did your brother tie those pieces of string together? So did your brother tie those pieces of string together? So the word string, we need to say if that is a noun or if it's not a noun. So it's either yes for a noun or no, it's not a noun. All right, so some of you are saying no, it is not a noun. So string is actually a noun because it names a thing, right? So string is a piece of, it's a thing that you can either use to tie something, right? So basically, string is a noun. But well done, well done. My dad whistles on his way to the office. So my dad whistles on his way to the office. So the word dad, is that a noun or is that not a noun? Dad. Do you think that dad is a noun? All right, so we can say my dad whistles on his way to the office. And if we were to say if that is a noun, then yes, Gibble, it is a noun. So dad, it names a person. So yes, it is a noun. So well done. Can you throw this basketball up in the air? So the word throw. Is the word throw a, is it a noun? You need to say yes, it is either a noun, or no, it is not a noun. All right, so throw. Can you throw this basketball up in the air? So no, that word throw is not a noun, because throw is an action that someone is doing, right? Remember, a noun, it names a person. So can you throw a basketball up in the air? So throw is not, it's basically not a noun. All right, so now we're going on. So no, it is not, because remember, throw is an action that is being performed by someone. All right, so it says his shoes got stuck in the mud. His. So the word his, we need to say if it's a noun or not. So yes, his is a noun. Huh? Is, it's not a noun. Oh, it's a pronoun. It takes the place of a noun. Okay. So his is not a noun. My younger cousin can stand on one leg. My younger cousin can stand on one leg. Right? So now if we look at the word younger, if we look at the word younger, do you think the word younger is either a noun, does it mention a place, a thing? So my younger cousin can stand on one leg. So younger. Do you think that is a noun? The word younger. If I say my younger cousin or older cousin, that word, is that a noun? All right. So younger is no, because younger is basically describes the adjective, the noun, right? So no, it is not a noun. So then we have our country's flag is red, white, and blue. we need to, for example, say if the word flag is a noun. The word flag, is that a noun? So our country's flag is red, it's white and blue. So the word flag, is that a noun? Either yes or it is no. All right, so now we can say our country's flag. So flag is a noun, right? So we see that a noun, it names a person, a noun, it names an animal, it names a place, and it names a thing, right? It can be general things, general names of people, places, animals, or things, right? We had to select the nouns, and we also say that which of the nouns are either if it's a noun or if it's not a noun, right? Sometimes I've even noticed that if something is a pronoun, they don't identify it as a noun because a pronoun takes the place of a noun, right? All right, so we are basically now done. This is the end of our lesson on nouns, right? Thank you very much, Grade 2s, for joining the class. Thank you very much for interacting. I really hope that you do have a broader perspective of what a noun is, right? So until next time, you must have a good evening further. Goodbye.